Hey guys. Well, so I've been getting a lot of questions about why you're so bitter on love and like why I'm not like the lovey-dovey type of person. And there's a really simple explanation for that. I was once a really sweet girl, I was just really innocent and I was I was the lovey type. And then came along the perfect boy. He manipulated me. He manipulated me and just like played with my heart a little bit. Just like threw it around like it was nothing. And because of that, you know, I got my heart broken. And see, I don't know if he ever really loved me or not, but I spent like a whole year like crazy obsessive over him, and like he set the bar really high for guys now, and most guys don't impress me the way he used to. And so, you know what? I'm just going to say his name because, it's actually been a full year of me not having like seen him. So, and like today's the official date and I'm really proud of myself. But so, um why I'm not so lovey-dovey is because this guy Darian. I met him like 6th grade, I think. I don't know. Well, I met him through my cousin Tammy, and I don't know what happened. I mean, at first it was really awkward because he had a girlfriend and everything, but then some things just started to click because the next day we all went on this like amazing date. Like it was like a group date, but we went to go see Insidious. And before, me being the sweet little girl, I didn't like scary movies. I was terrified. I didn't know what to expect because, back then I hated scary movies. I was just the sweetheart who liked like comedy or whatever. But yeah, so I just like put on my brave face, and like the whole time I just told myself it's just makeup and some actors and da, da, da. And so we went to go see Insidious. And so this was me. Okay, so we got like the end seat, so I was at the aisle, and then it was Darian, and then it was Tammy, and then it was this guy Christian, which was Darian's best friend. And so, we had that whole group date thing, and I was getting like mixed signals from him because, he'd hold my hand, and we like had a lot of fun that night, and I still remember it perfectly. Like we watched the movie, we screamed, we held each other's hands, and afterwards we played some air hockey. And I tried to show off in front of him because I love air hockey and whatever. And so and then when his mom dropped us off, we were in the car like screaming "fuck you" to the top of our lungs. And I don't know, he was just giving me mixed signals. So after a while, our relationship started to develop. Like, it wasn't a relationship. It was more of those things that was like, I like you, you like me, we flirt, and I'm going to get jealous if you talk to other people. But, of course, he was the player type, but I didn't really notice that because I thought he was so perfect. I thought he was like a sweetheart, you know, and like, I was really naive about that, like most girls are. Like, guys will say anything just to like get on your good side. And I didn't learn that until like a year later. And so, we spent like a year flirting and everything, and I was head over heels for him. He made me feel really special, I thought he was the one. Like, I really liked him. I know, like, I say I hate him now, but I can't lie. I was legitly in love with him. Okay? I don't know what happened, but, after a while, it's not things started to fade. I was just getting sick of his games. After a while, I started to catch on. Because, like, time after time, he'd go out with these girls, and he'd tell me, oh, they mean nothing, I love you, and I'm only doing it because they wouldn't leave me alone, or something like that. And I'd be like, okay, I love you, da 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 da. And then we continue to sweet talk and all that other stuff. But after a while of him repeatedly doing it, I sort of caught on, and I got really mad. So to get back at him, I'd flirt with his friends, and I'd like like, my first kiss was his best friend. And yeah, that was awkward. But anyways, he just did these unexpected things that made me really like him. Like, one time we were at the park and he like just randomly kissed me and I really liked that. And then we would like, there was this, I think it was Lincoln Park that we always used to go to in downtown Holland. And we always just like laid under the big shady tree and just, we had a lot of memories and like it was good and I thought I was in love. And everything was good. I was like, oh my god, this is the one. I don't ever want to lose him. Da, 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 da. And I fought really hard to make sure like I kept him. I didn't want to lose him. Like fight after fight, I would always be the one to apologize. I'd always talk to him first. And then finally, and like, he's the reason I started cutting. He's the reason my suicidal thoughts came on and everything. But, after a while, I started catching on more and more, and I was just like, what the fuck, this dude's just playing me, da da da. I need to confront him about his feelings. And every time I tried to, he'd be like, oh, I used to like you, but you don't even seem to like me, and da da da. And he'd turn around to make me seem like the bad guy. And then, stuff happened, and so, it was really major stuff, and I just thought, you know what, he's not the guy, all he wanted was to just, like, get in my pants. I'm not saying he did, but, all he wanted was to mess around and just, be a little man whore or whatever, and so, yeah, the reason why I'm so bitter on love is because I used to be really naive and I fell really easily in love. And now I'm a lot more careful because I don't want that to happen again. Because I was like, my whole life with him, like, when he was in it, my life was hell. And that was like, what, 2 years about? And I just cut him off last year. And so my life has been actually a lot better since. I mean, I'd always be cutting because of him, and now, clean wrists, so, that's really good, and, yeah, so, you guys keep asking, why am I so bitter towards love, why aren't I happier towards, like, friends and stuff, but, he made me, like, he fucked up my life, okay, and I'm not just saying that, like, oh, I hate him, no, like, he guided me in the wrong way, he tried getting me to smoke weed, and all that other stuff, and pop pills, and etc., etc. And he kind of pushed me with the wrong crowd. And I don't know why, but I just really wanted to impress him, so I went along with it. And then one day when, like, I fucked up really bad, like, everything just went downhill. All my friends left me, and I figured out, they were fake as hell, so that's why I'm also really, like, careful of who my friends are, So, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of reasons why I'm not that big on love, but, the biggest reason is Darian. He fucked up my life, okay? Like, my life was living hell, okay? And I thought he could make it better, but he was the one making it worse. So, pretty much, girls, don't fall for what your guy says. Like, he may say he loves you, but, most likely he's probably trying to get in your pants, or he's just messing around, or guys will say anything just to make you happy, and even if they don't mean it, like, us girls, we take that shit seriously, but you just have to put a wall up. Like, I know that sounds really bad, but you really have to put a wall up. You have to just stay away from, like, guys and everything, like, and I'm not saying that's why I turned bi. Like, I've been bi, just never confronted myself with it until, like, the whole Darian stage. Okay, Darian really did fuck up my life. But he also left a lot of good things in it. Thanks to him, I'm more careful who my friends are, and I know between love and lust, and I know what a crush is, and I know what true love is. And thanks to him, I know what I should be treated like, and what I shouldn't be treated like, and what I shouldn't, like, put up with. Like, I'm not here to impress anybody. I remember every time I used to hang out with him, I would spend, like, 2 hours getting ready. I'd do my hair really nice. I'd either curl it or straighten it perfectly. And I'd do every inch of makeup where I'd look like flawless, and then I'd wear something really low, and I'd so I could get his attention. I always wear something like really eye-catching, and I always wore his favorite color, and I hated that color. I think it was blue or red. I don't know why, but I did all these crazy things to impress him, and he was the type of guy who liked like piercings and tattoos and all that other stuff, and I got my lip pierced because of him. I told everyone that's not why, but it really was, and I let it close up because I was like, what the fuck, why did I do this? And you know, I I pretty much changed myself for him, and I was being someone who I wasn't. And I didn't realize that until long after me and him were like done officially, not talking, not friends on Facebook, anything. So like, girls, if you keep going back to the same guy, you need to cut him out of your life. No matter how many times you say, oh, we can work this out or we can be friends. You cannot be friends with your ex. I know a lot of these quotes are like, oh, if you're friends with your ex, you're just really mature to accept the fact that you guys weren't meant for each other. No, motherfucker. You have to just cut him out of your life, okay? If he wasn't meant to be with you, he wasn't meant to be part of your life, okay? So, like, it's just, I don't know, girls and guys lie, girls lie, but girls are more naive, and we need to be on our toes, okay? Like, Darian, he really did set the bar high for a lot of guys. Like I said, I used to try impressing him all the time, but now I don't even give a shit what guys like see me as. Before, I guess it was more lust than love, but I really did love him. I'm not lying about that. But again, it wasn't just the lust, but it was the love, and but again, it was more lust than love. So I always tried impressing him with my looks, and due to that, I always changed who I was, and I started dyeing my hair because like different colors to see which would impress him more, and which color he enjoyed, because he liked the whole scene girl type thing, and that's why I started that. But then it just kind of stuck after the whole depression thing came in, because after we like were over, I was really depressed and just you know I'm bitter for love because I got played. Like, he played me so badly, and now I don't want to get played again. Like, if a guy likes me, I don't have boobs, very big ones anyways, and I don't have an ass, and I'm not very skinny, and my hair is really fucked up, and I have a lot of flaws. So if a guy is actually into me, I can like be like, oh, you must actually like me, because everyone I know knows I'm not going to try impressing you unless you're really fucking special. And I haven't met someone worth impressing yet. Like, impressing people is not my biggest concern. Like, if I die alone with like 60 cats, I don't really give a shit. If I'm 30 and I'm not married, I'm not going to worry about it. If, like, I'm not concerned about that. I'm just concerned about being who I am and being happy. Like, before, Darian just, like, changed me pretty much. It's like a haunted house, okay? I went in, this sweet little innocent girl, naive. I was all bubbly and just, like, happy, and just, I always tried to make everyone else happy. I enjoyed it. And then throughout the whole scary house, I went through different mazes, and like I had a lot of struggles trying to get out. And then when I finally got out, I was a completely new person. Like, my perspective on everything changed. My perspective on who I should trust changed, who I should fall in love with, and all that other junk. And I did learn a big lesson to him. So even though I hate him now, thanks, Darian, for making my life better. Because honestly, if I didn't meet you, I know damn well I'd probably still be a little preppy girl, and now I'm just who I am, okay? Before, I'd get up 2 hours early just to like put on nice clothes And I'm not saying I don't dress up now. I do dress up, but it's more of for me. Before I used to do it for everyone else, but now I don't really care. And I know I'm overweight, and I don't really care about that either. Like, you'd be amazed at how much I went through with him and how much I learned. Like, I thanks to him, I've matured a lot. Like, he's really immature, but thanks to him, I completely changed and I'm a better person. I know that sounds really cheesy, but it's true. Like, I went in sweetheart and then came out a bitch. And, you know, a bitch isn't always a bad thing. Like, I have a wall again, like, in front of my heart. I don't want to get shot again. Like, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to risk dying. I don't, like, the whole love thing is not my forte. Like, people my age, they take love for just, you know, I want to have sex with you. That's pretty much it. But, me, I'm I'm not looking for someone to have sex with. I'm not looking for, you know, a temporary thing. Like, I'm looking for someone that I would actually consider spending the rest of my life with. Like, if I can't spend the night with you without me being really annoyed with you, then there's no fucking way we can be married. Like, when I date someone, the automatic thing is, would I actually risk, like, getting married to you? And I know it's a young age to think about that, but honestly, I'm like, why should I waste my time on you if you're not being serious? I'm being serious. Like, I'm not here to play games. I want to find Mr. Right, and if you're not up to my standards, then goodbye. Like, I have really high bars thanks to Darian. So, all you boys who are pissed for that, go thank Darian. Beat the shit out of him for all I care. But, that's pretty much it. Like, I'm really bitter on love because I got my heart broken. But, you know, it it wasn't all bad. There were good points. Like, you know, I always invited him to my birthdays and everything. And I always had parties and stuff. And we do a lot of fun stuff at my cousin's house, and it was really nice. And I really miss him. I don't miss him, I just miss the good things, you know? Like, if someone asked me, would you take him back, I wouldn't. Like, he's really not my type, although I thought he was my type, you know. I do have a type, okay? I just like guys who can make me happy and aren't, like, there to pretty much hurt me. Like, that was Darian. He would be happy one minute, and the next minute, I would be bawling my eyes out. You don't understand how often I cried because of him. And I'm glad he's out of my life. So, here's congratulations to me for a full year of not seeing him. Like, that's fucking amazing. Like, if anyone knew how head over heels I was for him, that was probably the strongest thing I did, and it was fucking amazing for myself. Like, I'm proud I did that. I'm proud I got him out of my life. Like, all you girls who are dealing with boys who keep breaking up with you and you keep going back with them, just drop them. You'll find way better, trust me. Since I've moved on, you know, I've had amazing boyfriends. Like, Tomas, he was an amazing boyfriend. Like, I would probably date him again, but, you know, I like being friends with him, so. Or Carl, you know, he wasn't the best boyfriend, but he wasn't the worst. And so, you know, he made me happy at times, but then again, you know, he's also a player. But, you know, I'm not going to try calling every one of my boyfriends out, but, you know, dropping the guy you think you may be in love with opens your eyes, okay? It lets you see who's right for you and who's not. And I just don't think it's right to just fall in love just because you're lonely. And I don't think it's right to just give up because, you know, you can't find Mr. Perfect. You know, okay, this whole point of the video, I'm trying to stay on topic. The whole point of the video was to answer your question of why I don't like love. That's because everyone I've loved has always hurt me. It wasn't just Darian. I mean, Darian had probably the biggest impact out of everyone, but it wasn't just him. So, I'm done messing around. I'm done being a toy. I'm done being the sideline hoe. You know, I'm here looking for love, but I'm bitter about it because I got my heart broken. Because the minute you start showing emotions, that's when everyone wants to take advantage of you. Like, when you're nice to someone for one time, they expect it all the time, and once you stop, they call you an asshole. But honestly, you're not. You just don't care, you know? So, yeah, it's not that I'm bitter on love, it's just I'm looking for the right guy. Okay, if I see one big flaw, I'm not saying I want Mr. Perfect. I just want someone who can make me happy and I can possibly spend the rest of my life with. I know that sounds horrible at this age, but soon all you guys who are playing all these girls and breaking their hearts and sleeping around and everything, soon you're going to want to settle down too. And nobody's going to want you because you've been with every fucking girl. And you'll probably have an STD by then. Or something. And you'll probably get tied to one girl you don't even love because you got her pregnant. Okay, so, you know, actually look for love. Stop looking for who has the biggest boobs, who looks the nicest. Because, you know, looks do fade. Like, me, I'm not pretty, so I don't have anything to worry about. At least you don't. Like, if you fall in love with me, you don't have to worry about me turning into an old hag. Because, you know, this is the worst it gets. So, yeah. But, you know, those girls who look really pretty and are, like, skinny as hell and have big ass and, like, huge boobs and just are, like, perfect. Imagine them in 10 years. They're not going to look like that. Their ass is probably going to sag. Their boobs are going to start sagging. And they'll probably be pregnant by then. Or have, like, 50 kids. Like, have you seen Peter Griffin? Like, have you seen Family Guy? Where he goes back and finds his old girlfriends. And there was this one blonde chick who was really hot. And was, like, really into him. But then, he went to her house. And she was all fat. And, like, she smoked. And she smelled like... And she talked like a man. And she had, like, 60 kids. And even one fell on the floor. Like... That's what you pretty people are going to end up like. Have fun with that. But yeah, I know this video was really long, but, you know, it's the anniversary I cut Darian off. So I'm pretty proud of myself, and I also want to answer the question of why I'm bitter on love. It's not that I'm bitter, it's just I'm looking for the right guy. I'm not looking for Mr. Perfect, but I'm looking for Mr. Right. There's a huge difference, okay? So, I think that's it for now because I don't want this to be like an hour long. And so, I'm gonna go and I'll see you next time.